Grand Lake was born a seasonal resort town back in the 1800s. And what that generally meant was come September, the town shut down, and come Memorial Day, the town opened back up again. It's been tough for business owners lately, especially since COVID, and employees don't come up for a 3-month job anymore. They need to work year-round to cover their costs, to cover their housing.
The Main Street Open for Business program was a $7 million grant program that the Main Street program here in Colorado started. It awarded money to small commercial downtown areas to improve their facades and energy efficiency of the traditional buildings. In the 16 communities, the 95 buildings, sales have increased 20%. There's also been an additional 84 employees in 44 businesses hired, and energy consumption's been reduced by 9%. A lot of good things are happening because of this grant.
Main Street Open for Business paid for a lot of our businesses to put in new windows, put in new doors, put in new HVAC systems, which allowed them to open up in wintertime, which allowed them to give their employees the year-round jobs that they really need if they want to stay here and become part of our community.
Well, another remarkable outcome from the grant was that business owners actually spent $3.4 million more on the work that they were doing on the buildings in addition to the grant money that they received.
Those businesses that weren't able to jump into the original grant, a lot of those businesses were able to come up with the money themselves later when they saw what happened to their neighbor's business. They realized this is a town worth reinvesting in.
Through the grant, we've actually been able to provide good historic preservation work. 18 of the properties were designated historic properties. This is what Main Street revolves around. You know, it's kind of half preservation and half economic development. So it was a real challenge to actually fund only 1/3 of the requests that we had. There's just a tremendous need across the state for this kind of money.
This program is spectacular. It gave these buildings new identities, new personalities. Because of this grant, we look like that ideal hometown for the tourists who come up here.
This idea of community pride is something that I think Main Street really revolves around. People actually started thinking their downtown looked great again.
This program came at the perfect time to kind of drive the message home that we are Grand Lakers, this is our home, this home will bounce back, and will bounce back better.